Good evening, boys and girls. We haven't been at school for a couple days, so I wanted to go ahead and read you a Goodnight story, and it's one of my favorites. So my title is Goodnight, Daniel Tiger by Angela C. Santamero. All right, so there's one name on this book, so she's the author and the illustrator. Let's count the words in the title. Goodnight, Daniel Tiger. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 words in this title. Goodnight, Daniel Tiger. Look at the cover. Daniel Tiger looks all ready for bed, and you should be headed that way too. Here shortly, I would assume. He's got his cat, and he's got his pajamas on, and he's all tucked in bed, and here's Mommy Tiger and Daddy Tiger. So let's see what happens in this book. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood today, and now it is nighttime. Daniel Tiger needs to get ready for bed. Ding, 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 says Daniel. Tiggy wants to go for a trolley ride. Daniel wants to play, but it's time to get ready for bed. So look, there's Daddy Tiger, and he's telling Daniel it's time for bed. Time to get ready. I know you want to play, Mom says as she snuggles with Daniel. But sleep is important so that you can grow. Do you remember what we do to get ready for bed? Daniel smiles and sings with Mom. Bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story, song, and off to bed. A lot of you probably have that same routine, huh? Ding, ding, ding. Hop aboard for a trolley ride to bath time, Dad says. Daniel laughs and takes a ride. Ding, ding, ding. Daniel wants to play. But guess what? It's time to get ready for bed. So there he is with his mom, and she's saying, oh, it's time for bed. And there he is with Dad, headed to the bathroom so he could get in the bathtub. Daniel likes bath time. As he scrubs, he plays, and he sings. Scrub, scrub, scrub my fur up on top of my head. Scrubby, 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 scrub. Soon it's time for bed. There he is, look, in the bathtub. Look, he's got bubbles. He's got toys. He's got a frog sponge thing. See? Daniel imagines he is on the boat, sailing the soapy seas. He sings, sailing, sailing, sailing the soapy seas. Bring all your friends and come with me to sail the soapy seas. Okay, there he is in a boat. Look, there he is. Look, he's got all kinds of fishy friends. And there he is sailing the boat. Daniel wants to play. But guess what? It's time to get ready for bed. Dad says you need to go to sleep at bedtime so that your great big imagination can rest. I do have a lot of imagining I want to do tomorrow, said Daniel, as Dad tries his fur. Okay, so look, there he is. He's in his frog towel, and Dad's drying him, getting ready for PJs. Daniel sings, bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story, and song, and then off to bed. Daniel has taken his bath, and now it's time for his favorite trolley PJs. How many of you have favorite pajamas? There's his, trolley pajamas. Next stop on the trolley ride is brush your teeth, says Dad. Daniel takes his toothbrush and hops up to the sink. Daniel sings, I gotta brush, brush, brush my teeth at night if I want to keep them healthy and bright. I gotta brush my teeth. Daniel's teeth are all brushed now. Okay, so look, there he is. He's brushing his teeth. Look, he's got his toothbrush, he's got the toothpaste, and look, he's really lathering them up and scrubbing them good to keep them nice and healthy. Let's take Tiggy for a ride on the trolley, says Daniel. Ding, ding, ding. Daniel wants to play. But guess what? It's time to get ready for bed. Mommy holds Tiger up to her ear. Oh, I see, she says to Tiggy. Daniel stops playing and looks at Mom. What is she talking about with Tiggy? Tiggy wants to snuggle up in bed and hear a bedtime story, Mom explains. Daniel climbs up into his bed. Let's read a bedtime story for Tiggy, he says. Daniel is getting sleepy and starts to yawn. Okay, so look. There he is. Look, he's getting sleepy. He probably had a busy day. Probably like maybe some of you. Maybe you played outside today in the snow. Or maybe you played in your rooms or played with your siblings. Daniel snuggles up with Mom as she reads a bedtime story. Reading a story with Mom makes Daniel feel comfy and cozy. Daniel is starting to get really sleepy. Daniel does not want to go to bed. So look, there he is, and his eyes are getting real heavy. And he's getting really sleepy. But he doesn't want to miss the story Mom's reading. So he's trying to stay awake. Daniel quietly sings bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story, and a song, and then off to bed. Then he yawns a big, tired tiger yawn. Daniel does want to go to bed. He is very sleepy. Mom and Dad, can you sing me my goodnight song? Mom and Dad sing, "Good night, Daniel, good night. It's time to go to sleep. And when you awake, the sun will greet you with its bright and sunny face. Good night, Daniel. Good night, everyone in the neighborhood. Everyone is going to sleep too." So look, there's Mom and Dad. And there's Daniel in his bed, all cozy, snuggled in, ready for bed. Good night, Miss Elena. Good night. There's Elena. Good night, Prince Wednesday. Good night. Good night, Katerina Kitty Cat. Good night. Look, there she is. Good night, Oh the Owl. Good night. Look, everybody's going to sleep. They're tired. Good night, Daniel Tiger. Good night, and good night to you, Ugga Mugga. And he's asleep. The end. That was the end of my book. I hope everybody really enjoyed it. You know how I love Daniel Tiger. So hopefully we'll get to see everybody tomorrow. But if not, I wanted to touch base so everybody could have a good night story. All right. So hope everybody stays nice, warm, and cozy. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.